Thank you, Councilman Sherman. Councilman Onijaka. Councilwoman Sherman, sorry.
Okay.
Glad you noticed.
Yeah, I don't think I have much, only to let the public know that the West African Community Foundation in Franklin are organizing an African Day Parade and Festival on the 20th of May. And the location is Martin Street in Franklin and Somerset. But everybody is invited, and it's going to be a great occasion to show African ethnic culture and tradition, and at the same time to show the diversity in Franklin. So everybody is invited, and that's what I have for today.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Kimberly Francois.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I hear that West African Day Parade is going to draw a great big crowd on Hamilton Street. So revitalize that area. It'll help be successful for the businesses to showcase their products and services. We're looking for, I've heard probably among the Hamilton Street marketing committees, I've been working with them trying to plan that event. We're anticipating over 5,000 people in the area, so it should be a pretty nice day. I hope the weather turns out nice. And I'm looking forward to participating. I've never been to the West African Day Parade, but since I'm involved in some of the work to plan it, I plan on being there. So thank you, Councilman Onijaka, for that.
Thank you.
I want to just make a comment about the feasibility study for the youth center. I must, since you're here, Mr. Johnny Tips. So a feasibility study is an analysis of how successful an investment in a strategic venture will be. It helps the people that are embarking upon that do the correct amount of careful planning and analysis and make sure that the programs and services that we put in place will meet the needs of the neighborhood. I think you know what's needed. I think I know what's needed. There are other people that think they know what's needed. But we want to make sure that the investment that we put in that youth center is going to be successful, and the building and the programs and the design of the building will meet all the needs, future needs of our youth in this area. So that's why we did that. And I think we can't do too much to invest in our youth, and careful planning and analysis is something that I think will, for years to come, we'll look back on that and say, we did our due diligence, we involved the people that needed to be involved, we did the careful planning to make that a successful project. And you will certainly be a part of that. We'll have a steering committee of key stakeholders, and quite frankly, you'll be a part of that. So, and the consulting group that we brought in will help us spearhead that whole initiative. Okay? That's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Jim Gassione.
Thank you. Yes, the Hamilton meeting last Monday was canceled, so we have nothing to report from that meeting, although this event is something, as Councilwoman Crenshaw mentioned, that the board was supporting and involved with, and the Hamilton, the marketing committee especially, which I know the last meeting I was at, they were very involved with it. So I look forward to seeing that parade. It's going to be fun. Congratulations to Rutgers Prep. I'm proud to have Rutgers Prep in the 5th Ward. It's there on Easton Avenue. I'm sure most people in this town are aware of it. And although it is a private school, a lot of the students are from Franklin and surrounding towns, and we're very proud of their accomplishment and with the girls' basketball team. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Gassione. Councilman Ted Chase.
I've passed out, last Thursday I attended a meeting of the Central Jersey Transportation Forum, as I do whenever they have such a meeting. And at that meeting, the representatives of municipalities were given 25 copies of a booklet on transportation and solving transportation problems, to be given to the council and planning board of their municipality. So I've handed that out along with the cover letter to members of the council, and we should all study it and keep it in mind whenever we have a transportation problem, such as people going too fast on Julie Court. Maybe we want some traffic calming measures there. Maybe there are other places where we could use traffic calming measures. I think there are some examples of solving problems in Franklin in that book, as I recall from when they were compiling it. So that's a useful thing for us all to study. Now, beginning June 3rd, on Saturdays from 10 to 3, we will have a farmer's market in the lot at the corner of DeMott Lane and Amwell Road with local farmers, with fresh produce generally, and also specialty items, for instance, Kathy Blooming's honey, available for purchase. So I encourage everyone in the town to come and enjoy and purchase at that farmer's market. I know there's been some questioning from the Hamilton Street group why we don't have it downtown. I think that even more people will see it at Amwell and DeMott, and that if necessary, the manager has indicated we could run a shuttle bus out from down Hamilton Street for people who can't make it out here otherwise, but we want to make this available to the widest possible number of township residents and even other people passing through. And I call council's attention, the last item on the consent agenda tonight is a council resolution supporting this farmer's market. The last market of the year will be at Franklin Day on September 23rd. That day they'll be there. But in the meantime, I hope people will patronize them. And this is really a creation of our Agricultural Advisory Committee brought this up. The closing of Canal Road to through traffic on several Sundays in July. We have that on as an agenda item for full council discussion. I wanted the council to have a chance to put in their 2 cents. We have to decide, first of all, do we want to do it? Secondly, how many days do we want to do it? 4 Sundays in 1 month, or 1 Sunday in each of 3 months, or how? But I hope we can do it. Since Mr. Fay first approached me about it, and my reaction was, we can do it for the northern part of Canal Road, we can do it for our part of Canal Road. And I do know, living on Old Georgetown Road, that the circuit, Canal Road, up Copper Mine Road, and down Old Georgetown is very popular with bicyclists. And I'm sure it will be even more popular when they can more safely bicycle Canal Road. And it's Canal Road that connects well with Copper Mine. Bicycling on the towpath is a very different matter, really, and also then you have to go all the way to Grigstown Causeway. And certainly people do bicycle there, but they have to deal with pedestrians. So I think that's enough, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Chase, lovely tie. Councilman Chanel Robinson.
I believe I was born a woman, Councilwoman Chanel
Yes,
Robinson.
did I do that again? Sorry,
did.
Councilwoman.
Councilperson.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Thank
just
you.
go with councilperson for everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no standing committee meeting reports at this time. I do have Housing Authority tomorrow. Public Safety meets next month. And as Councilman Vassanelli said, Hamilton Street Business District meeting was canceled for this month. In response to Mr. Guy in regards to a possible PAL I just have some follow-up questions. He's not here, but if he's out there in the listening community, what specifically sports will you be looking to bring to Franklin or add on to what we don't have? Or are we looking to compete with what we already have? And I believe bringing in a PAL will be in conjunction with the PBA, or the police department, not necessarily the township, but those are the questions. Is it something that we're not already providing from a recreational standpoint? And if you can give those specifics, or if you're looking to have the PBA take over some existing athletic programs from a recreational standpoint. I attended the unveiling of the corner dedication of New Brunswick Road and Cedar Grove Road to be dedicated as Interfaith Lane on last Thursday. It was a beautiful afternoon and a beautiful occasion of people of all walks of life and faith coming together for such an occasion. At this time, Mr. Mayor, I have nothing else to report at this time.
Thank you, Councilperson. Councilperson Prasad.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, congratulations to Rutgers Prep, women's basketball. Great job. So we have quite a few basketball women's champions here, so maybe it's something in our water.
Told me Bob Brook won your league too.
They get the same water. Okay. Interfaith Lane, our thanks to Alex Karazi for all his efforts as the Interfaith Council president, and all the houses of worship for making that happen. And it was a great event, and they help promote understanding amongst the faiths, and it is a great effort, and helps with the diversity, us being the most diverse town in New Jersey. We take that away from Jersey City because they're segregated and we are integrated. So we are number 2 tied with North Brunswick, so we take the title. Then there's upcoming, the United Nations is holding a Vesak Day celebration of Buddha's birthday and death anniversary, which happened to have happened on the same day, and it is tomorrow. So I will be there representing Franklin Township at the UN General Assembly session for 60-odd countries that will be celebrating that. And the Buddhist temple here will be celebrating the Vesak Day on the 14th, which happens to be Mother's Day as well. But they'll be there, and on the 20th, they're holding an International Day of Peace at the Buddhist temple as well. So ask all of you to turn out and learn more about meditation. There are monks there who are there to offer free lessons. And speaking of that, the 14th is Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to all mothers. And this week is Nurses Week. And since, with me being the exception, my whole family is nurses, my son, daughter, niece, wife, everybody. So happy Nurses Week. And we do have primary coming up on June 6th, so please do remember to vote. And more importantly, we have a Memorial Day parade coming up on Memorial Day. And for that, I think we will be assembling at about 10 o'clock at the corner of DeMott and New Brunswick. And the parade will probably start around 11. Is that correct?
Yes, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. And So please do turn out and cheer on everybody, and we'll all be marching in it, so please be there. And finally, Lupin Pharmaceuticals, I was there when they first started in India 20 years ago, met the founder, so it'll be interesting to reconnect with them here in Franklin. So had a brother-in-law who was a consultant to them, so it'll be interesting. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilperson. Councilperson Chanel Robinson wanted to interject another thing.
Yes, I apologize, Mr. Mayor, for taking up additional time. I did want to highlight the claims clinic for our veterans. It will be held here at the municipal building. So Department of Veterans Affairs Claims Clinic for Veteran Service Members and Dependents. It's titled Enhancing the Veteran Experience here at Franklin Township Municipal Building on Tuesday, May 16th at 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. Check-in is at 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m. light breakfast and refreshments. So again, you can RSV to Robert Zuckerman at 732-247-3999 or R. Zuckerman at njleg.org, bringing the VA to the veterans. And this is being hosted by Assemblyman Joseph Danielson of LD 17 and Lily Newell, Director of Newark Regional Office. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilperson Chanel Robinson. And Ms. Robinson is really championing for the veterans. She's also working on an ordinance to give some relief to veterans, at least on their water bill when they are overseas. Deputy Mayor Wright, you're up.
Well, Mr. Mayor, after that basketball